Let's try to understand ePortfolio. Many are not familiar with the internet, and that's what this is really all about. So the ePortfolio is a place on the internet, and the best way to understand it perhaps is by doing what I call a glass house scenario or a glass house analogy. So here's a house that's on a street upstate. Let's say it's Mountain View Street or Mountain View Drive. There is an address. We have a street, we have the number of the house. And if you drive by this glass house, you'll see that we can look in. We're outside the house. We can see furniture, walls, maybe a TV that's playing. And so we have an idea. If we send anybody else to this street address on Mountain View Drive, they too can look in. Well, this represents your website on the internet. And on the internet, you too will have a street. Let's take a look. I've written some things out here. Anybody driving by this house can look in and see furniture and wallpaper. Maybe even a TV is playing. But there are two views here. The person that's outside the house, where they can look in. They can't change anything. And then there's, if you're inside the house, you have the ability to create and change the color, change the TV station, add a new picture. So let's see what this represents. The street that all of my students will be on is schools.webhop.org. This is automatic. And how do you get a location on the net for your ePortfolio? You're going to be creating a Gmail address in a special format. Toro, first letter of first name, last name. That is your Gmail address. And with that, you will then create a site with the Toro part. Toro, first letter of your first name, last name. We'll go through this again, so don't think you have to get so specific at this time and understand it all. But what's important is that you're going to be viewing from outside. That's to go to the address on the net. And the second is that you have to create a Gmail address to create it, your own ePortfolio, and to get inside. That username and password will be used many times. Let's take a look at the difference between the two. Dr. Lara, he's the chair of our program, has many pages. Consider them windows in the house. He has a site on our street, schools.webhop.org, and the number of the house is Toro R. Lara. Okay, that's going to be his Gmail address will also be Toro R. Lara at gmail.com. Notice here there's no place to edit. Let's take a look outside the house, from inside the house. And you'll see it's the same pages, but here we can create new pages. We can edit the pages. His Gmail account is ToroRLara at gmail.com. Okay, so we have an understanding that we can create windows or in that house, and that the house is located on the internet. By the way, all internet will start with HTTP, and it's viewable in a browser like Mozilla or Internet Explorer. Okay, thank you.